I'm Jake, and welcome to Intentional Improvement. What I like to do here is talk about how the power of your intentions can make for a far better life than what you are living now. Not to say that you're not living a great life. If you're living a great life, then maybe this isn't for you. If you're living a life where you feel like you might have more to offer the world might have more to offer you, you might have more to offer your family, your friends, then go ahead and hang out with me for a little bit. What I like to talk about is intentionality. When you are intentional about something, you're going to get intentional results. Those results are often indicative of what it is that you focus on. For me, I've put a lot of intention into making my financial life better in 2019. Here we are in 2020, and it's a lot better off than it was in the beginning of 2019, that's for sure. What helped me along that path there was a program called Financial Peace University. That's by my man Dave Ramsey. Helped me out big time. Helped get my wife and I aligned and on the same page with our finances and our goals as far as our finances go. I don't do just financial stuff here. I do a lot of other things. I like to do home improvements. When you're intentional about those home improvements, things get done. They get done in a timely fashion, and they get done to where it's making the physical space around you a lot better and more conducive to who it is that you say you want to be. I also do a lot of reading, and that helps to put my mind in the right space to figure out who it is that I do want to be. I listen to podcasts, I watch YouTube videos. I'm always trying to learn, trying to gather information to make me the best version of myself that I can be. For this particular episode, though, I'm going to go ahead and say I do have a huge priority in the personal finance arena. The reason for this is because your finances are so directly tied into everything that we do in life that, you know, if that gets out of whack, you can find yourself in a pretty bad situation, and it will affect all areas of your life, believe me. They do say that divorce is, one of the biggest reasons to divorce, I should say, is for financial reasons. You know, that's secondary to other things. If you can get on the same page with your spouse when it comes to your finances, you're going to be in a heck of a lot better situation than a lot of people. My wife and I, we certainly weren't on the same page. She was very good and very diligent, whereas I was spending a lot of frivolous money. I would find something that I wanted to do, and that was those home repairs that I was talking about. That was where I spent a lot of money. I like to improve my house. And improve the area that I live in, the area that I work in, the area that I'm raising my children in, to be the nicest area that it possibly can be. One of the things that I was doing wrong with that, though, however, was I was doing it with intentions for other people to enjoy the areas that I was creating versus simply the things that would make me or my family a better version of ourselves. That was one of the big lessons that I learned in 2019 was, you know what, it's not about anybody else. It's about me, my family, what my purpose is here on this planet, what God's purpose is for me, what God's vision is for me, and trying to get in touch with that. I really started to get a hang of the finance thing when I realized, you know what, I'm actually just a manager of somebody else's resources. For lack of better words, God has employed all of us to do a certain job here on this planet. We may take it and feel like we're supposed to be doing something different than what we are doing, but where you're at right now is exactly where you're supposed to be at. I know that may sound a little bit weird, but there's no problem with you wanting to go further or be a better version of yourself, but you got to be the best that you are in the current position that you are, and I certainly was not doing that. I was playing a victim's role at work. I, along with my brother-in-law, my wife, and my father-in-law, own a company. We rent and sell construction equipment, and I felt that I was doing a lot of the work when, in all actuality, all of us are doing a tremendous amount of work, and you know, no one individual is more important than the other. We are a team. Yes, there may be some jobs that are more dependent on each individual. However, without the others doing their part, the company would not be successful at all. And when you kind of lose sight of the team versus you start thinking about how important you are, you get into this selfish nature or victim nature that something is owed to you, and that's just simply not the case. Nobody owes you anything. The world does not owe you anything. You owe God something, and you owe God to be the best version of yourself, to try the hardest that you can, and to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can be. Now, sometimes that takes a lot of work. So that's what 2019 was for me and my wife. It was a lot of work. There was times of uncomfort, times of getting in touch with real emotions, and instead of just going through the motions, if that makes sense. So I'm going to do a lot more digging into different topics on this channel, but the biggest one I just wanted to let you know will be financial. Secondary to that is going to be home improvements, and then spiritual improvements are going to be on there as well. Psychological improvements, as well as physical improvements, being the best version of yourself physically that you can be, working out, doing exercises, and getting your body into physical condition, because a lot of that ties into your mental condition as well. So let me just give you a quick overview here. I quit drinking last year. That was a huge feat for me. I wasn't a big alcoholic, but I was the kind of guy who was definitely dependent on it in social situations. Still working through that a little bit. Stopped in March of 2019. Haven't had a drink since. It is currently January 1st of 2020, and this year is just going to be even better than it was last year. Instead of doing a lot of digging into the bad stuff, we're going to be jumping right into the good stuff here. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. We will be doing lots more content and a lot of different topics, like I said. Some of it's going to be geared towards men. Maybe my wife will do videos geared towards women, and then we'll do videos together that are geared towards both ends of the couple. Thank you again very much, and I hope you have a great start to your 2020.